Maybe they thought it would be a more modern way so you don't need the board to play it. Well, maybe they thought since we stopped making boards for it, why would we make people buy something that isn't required? You only really talked about making a game, but what about the game itself? Did you have fun?
And the app still exists, so why don't we go to the App Store and click Create and... So the app that is currently on the App Store needs a monthly subscription, and on their official website, since this is an older kit, it doesn't have an activation code, because the app used to be free. Oh, modern my ass. The original app didn't require the board, so you could just draw what you want. That's funny because they still make boards. So there's two different boards. One that comes with an activation code and one that doesn't. And the one that's on VAT19... And the one that doesn't is on VAT19. And VAT19 just links you to Amazon, and Amazon doesn't warn you that the app requires a subscription or that there's a newer board that has an activation code so you don't have to purchase an account. So this app has a learning curve. On the lines of like Scratch and Sploder, and it can get complicated pretty fast if you don't know what you're doing, like here where I got confused on how to even change my character to the one that I made. And of course there's the whole gimmick of using the board, which barely works if there's any glare whatsoever, and this is just a piece of plastic, so there's glare. And it shows up as white blocks, and that sucks because it asked me to scan my board, so, which means if it isn't perfect, it doesn't scan, and you don't get your gems or whatever. And of course with this being an app, there's gonna be funny little quirks that are infuriating to deal with, and of course with this being an app, there's going to be funny little quirks that are annoying to deal with. Like, just trying to replace one block is kind of a chore because you have to hit the very specific tile, and zooming in doesn't help all that much. And again, the board isn't required to play, and just trying to scan the board is a giant pain in the ass. And if you're just going to use this as a game maker, why don't you use something else? Draw Your Game, which is a way better app for making your own games than this piece of shit is. Of course, you can't really customize your characters, but this didn't need a stupid board or stupidly precise tapping. All this needed was a piece of paper and a few color pens. Now this game did kind of have the same fate as Bloxels getting an update, but that doesn't require you to pay just to make your own levels. The game is just your run-of-the-mill platformer. Pretty much, you have your water, your lava, your power-ups, enemies, all that jazz. And Bloxels has a way more variety of stuff you can do versus Draw Your Game, where only 4 colors are supported compared to the Bloxels 8. But again, with its countless scanning issues, because, oops, your light bulb is a little too bright, you might as well just completely skip the board and draw with the app.